Dropping $200 on a single golf wedge is one of the easiest ways to throw away your hard-earned money. You do not need to spend a fortune just to get some spin around the green. Today, we're looking at affordable wedges under $60 that save you cash and actually help you play better. But watch out, because later I'll show you the hidden cost of dead grooves that tricks buyers every single time. Let's get right into it.
Let's be brutally honest for a second. The golf industry has a massive pricing problem. Every single year, they try to convince us we need the newest, flashiest clubs with custom-milled faces to hit decent shots. But if you're a weekend golfer, a beginner, or a mid-handicapper, are you actually going to see a 70% drop in your scores just because you bought a $200 wedge? Absolutely not. That is pure marketing hype. The reality is most average golfers are out there playing with worn-out wedges that have zero spin left simply because replacing them feels way too expensive.
And that right there is the trap. You either overpay for the hype, or you buy some cheap junk from a big box store that feels like swinging a cinder block. Look, if you're playing your local municipal course with fluffy lies, you do not need a custom tour grind designed for firm tour-grade turf. What average golfers actually need is super simple: a forgiving sole, a reliable shaft, and clean, sharp grooves to give you consistent launch and predictable stopping power. If you know what to look for, a budget wedge does this beautifully. First up on our list is the absolute classic budget king, the Wilson Harmonized wedge. This has been one of the most popular affordable wedges out there for years, and you can easily find it well under our $60 limit. The value here is all about total simplicity. It features a classic finish, a traditional head shape, and a very forgiving sole design. If you're someone who constantly hits your wedge shots fat, this sole grind is specifically designed to slide right through the grass and keep you from digging the club into the dirt. The biggest strength of the Wilson Harmonized is how incredibly forgiving it is on full swings and those basic chips around the green. Plus, it actually feels surprisingly soft for a stainless steel club. But we always look at the real weaknesses. The downside to this club is the complete lack of options. You won't find custom bounce angles to choose from, and the steel shaft is just a generic, unbranded model. It's a very simple tool, but it gets the job done. Now let's move to our second option, the Lazrus golf wedges. You've probably seen these popping up all over Amazon. Buying a single club keeps you comfortably under our $60 budget. Beginners actually love these because of the heavy head weight. It really helps you feel exactly where the club head is during your swing. The spin performance when it's brand new is pretty solid too. But the cheaper option is not always worse. Here is the catch. The brutally honest downside with Lazrus is the feel. It is distinctly firmer and way more clicky than a premium club. Also, that nice dark finish you see out of the box, yeah, that wears off very quickly. On top of that, the standard grip is a bit thin and slick, meaning you'll probably need to pay to replace it sooner rather than later, which obviously adds to your total cost. Basically, buy it if you want a heavy, modern-looking wedge, but skip it if you crave a soft feel at impact. Next up is a wedge that almost no average golfer knows about, but absolute gearheads swear by: the Maltby Max Milt from Golfworks. Maltby is a component brand, meaning you can buy just the head or have Golfworks custom assemble it for you. A fully built club usually lands right around $50 to $60, and man, this thing punches way above its price tag. It is made from soft carbon steel and features true CNC milled grooves. Material-wise, this is on par with wedges that cost 3 times as much. The massive strength here is the incredibly soft feel at impact and exceptional spin consistency. It's fantastic. The real weakness? You have to order it online through Golfworks. You literally can't walk into a standard retail store, pick it up, and test it out first. But if you care more about actual performance and saving money than showing off a famous logo in your bag, the Maltby is arguably the best value new wedge on the planet. All right, now we have to talk about the famous Kirkland signature wedges from Costco. This is exactly where most golfers waste money. They assume they have to buy 3 individual premium wedges for over $150 a pop to get a good set. With Kirkland, you do have to buy them as a set of 3, but when you break down the price per club, it comes out to roughly $50 a wedge. That puts them squarely in our affordable category. These wedges feature a milled face, really clean styling, and high-quality true temper steel shafts. The strength is undeniable, unbelievable out-of-the-box spin, and great shaft quality for the price. The main weakness, though, is that you are forced to buy the whole set. Plus, they're usually only available in right hand in the store, and the bounce options are totally fixed. You can't customize how the club sits on the turf. But if you need a complete overhaul of your wedge setup and want instant spin on a strict budget, this is your pick. Okay, before you buy, you need to hear this next part. We just looked at some really solid new budget clubs, but there's a completely different alternative buying strategy you really need to consider if you want the absolute best value for your game.
I am talking about buying a used previous generation cavity back wedge, like the Cleveland CBX. You can routinely find these on reputable used club sites or eBay for under $60. For the average golfer, the Cleveland CBX is an absolute masterpiece. Because it's a cavity back design, it puts forgiveness first. It helps you get the ball airborne super easily, even when you hit it off center. The main strength here is just massive forgiveness on your full swings. But buying used always carries a risk. If buying used, this next point matters a lot. Wedges are literally the only clubs in your bag that actively wear out and lose performance over time. When those grooves get worn down by sand and dirt, your spin rates plummet and your launch angle goes up. That means your shots will fly higher, land, and just roll out way further on the green. It completely ruins your distance control.
So before you drop your cash on a used wedge, you have to inspect the face closely. Look right at the sweet spot. If a finish is totally worn away to bare metal, or if the grooves look rounded out and shallow, skip it. A cheap used wedge with dead grooves is a terrible investment. Also, check the sole. Look for a medium to high bounce wedge, usually between 10 and 14 degrees. That gives you a massive safety net on chip shots for typical US course conditions.
Now let's talk about the harsh reality of keeping things under $60. Most buyers skip this and regret it later. The biggest mistake is assuming a budget wedge is built identically to a premium club. They aren't. Budget wedges usually use cheaper steel shafts that are not weight sorted or frequency matched. That means they might feel a little inconsistent from club to club. You also get very limited options for custom lie angles, shaft lengths, or specialized sole grinds. And honestly, the groove durability on some of those cheaper brands just isn't quite as high. So who should actually buy these budget options? They're a fantastic, smart pick if you're a beginner, a weekend warrior, or a mid to high handicap golfer playing maybe 10 to 15 rounds a year. A wedge like the Wilson or the Maltby will perform beautifully for you. But avoid them if you're a low handicapper, a high spin seeker who loves zipping the ball backwards, or if you need a highly specific custom shaft. Also, if you have a very fast swing speed, the standard lightweight shafts in some budget wedges will feel way too weak and you'll lose club face control. This next part changes the final answer completely. If $60 a club is still a bit too steep for your budget, look at your existing iron set. A lot of modern game improvement iron sets can actually be purchased with matching gap wedges or sand wedges included. Sure, they won't have that classic, sleek teardrop shape, but they perfectly match the forgiveness and distance gapping of your irons. It's also smart to watch for seasonal closeout sales when major brands slash prices on last year's models. All right, let's get to our final value verdict. No fence sitting here. If you want the absolute highest quality and premium feel for under $60, buy the Maltby Max Meld. It is the smartest choice for build quality. If you just want ultimate simplicity, extreme forgiveness, and a brand you know, go with the Wilson Harmonized. And if your entire short game setup is a mess and you need to replace it all at once, the Kirkland Signature set is basically unbeatable for a package deal. The smartest budget move you can make is always to evaluate what your specific game actually needs. Buy for your current skill level, keep the game fun, keep your bank account happy, and get the exact performance you require. Do not let marketing hype convince you that you have to spend $200 just to hit a great chip shot. It's just not true.
I want to hear from you guys. What's your current handicap? What wedges are sitting in your bag right now? And what is your absolute limit for spending on a single club? Are you finally ready to ditch the $200 hype? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to Budget T-Box so you can keep playing better and spending smarter. We'll see you in the next Explain.